Welcome back to the channel. So as you probably know that we are working on the International 4700. One of the last videos I made, I showed that we were working on the wrecker on the truck, and something looks a little different. Painted the hood. So before, there used to be like all in like this area, it was all the clear coat was all chipping off, and there was like a big ring of it all like in the middle of the hood. So my dad sanded all that down, sanded it all down, taped off all the white, and took medium charcoal gray paint over it, and looks pretty good. You can see, you look at it, wow, right there you can see the paint marks. Not ideal. If you do look in person, you don't really see it. Oh, there you can see it a little bit right there, and there you can see it. That's the paint marks from when we did the gray. We had this all taped off and got overspray on it, and left the marks. You can see it right through the paint. And you can see we were taking the masking tape off, kind of peeled some of the gray paint off. We left it on too long. We should have took it off the day that we painted it, and instead we waited overnight. And as you can see, that was a mistake. You can kind of see up along there. There it really messed up. I gotta be careful because we're working at the lights up there, so all that stuff is up there in the cowl. But it looks pretty good. You can see we got the bumper just hanging there. It's not tight, but you know, it's here. Told my dad yesterday, I said, we can't forget to tighten that before we start driving the truck. That'll be bad if we don't tighten that. There's a Holmes push bumper. And you would think that this, being a push bumper, would be tempered steel. But it's not. It's just steel that they bent, welded, painted, and sent down the line. So it was, I don't know if you guys remember, but it was all wrinkled up here and down below because they actually hooked the chain there and on the bottom. And I don't know if they were trying to pull the truck out or hook the truck to something so they could pull it with the wrecker body, with the winch maybe. And they pulled the truck or something. Maybe the truck was stuck, I don't know. But either way, they hooked the chain on the bumper, top and bottom of the bumper, and kinked the bumper, ripped it up on the top and ripped it up on the bottom. So the whole bumper was like kind of that shape. It was pretty bad. So we took that 6x6 there, brought it over, put the other end up there, had the trolley over there, and put that up against, chained it up, wrapped the chain around it so it didn't fall over against on the truck, and put the bumper underneath it, put the floor, the little bottle jack right there, and ran the jack, pushed down on the top of the bumper, which then pushed the wrinkles out. I mean, we took the hammer, but you just tap the hammer on it, it'll put a ding in it. So it does not take much to bend that push bumper. And in here, got the interior all done. If you didn't see last time, I'll throw a picture up. That's what it looked like, and this is what it looks like now. We had the interior all out of it. Well, that wasn't until just a couple days ago. We're trying to do them lights because we thought we could take the whole headliner, pull it down, fix the lights because they're all corroded. The wires are actually corroded into the cab. But turns out that there's actually another roof panel above that. They have to take that down, which is actually welded over there, up here, and somewhere else. So you can't take that down simply without ruining it. So we'll put that all up. So we're just gonna run the wires on there because we are not cutting that roof panel down just to fix a couple wires. So we're doing that the easier way. But painted the door handles, all that. Seat brackets all got painted. Parking brake is painted. Floor is painted. Frames painted. Actually undercoated. This is all undercoated. Just like a frame. Frame's undercoated. Wheels are all painted. Axle, drive shaft, everything. This is a wrecker boom. It's a charcoal gray, just like on the hood. The steps are all put on. Everything's working. Jump over to the other side and you can see the bottom of the door. It's starting to get bad, so we cleaned that up and put undercoating on that. Put new mirror here. This is a heated mirror with the turn signals, but we aren't using them as turn signals. We hook them up to the clearance lights. And if you didn't notice, we put 4 flashers. These are all flashers right there and right there. We're working on getting stainless steel screws. I already replaced them. These are steel, which they're getting bad. We replaced these bolts to stainless steel. They were steel and they were staining the hood because of the rust marks going down over. And I replaced them. Tank, straps, all that is done. This that you already saw, but handle, this side, shiny. Dash was all torn apart. New mirror there. Got the wires all ran in. We hated to do it, but we actually had to cut a hole in the door. Put a little rubber grommet there and ran the. But my dad was looking to figure out how in the devil them wires were supposed to go get into the door. We were gonna put them through there, put them through the AC window, but that didn't work. First of all, we can't get that one over there open. And we can't run it through here because it'll get cut off, pinched, broken, you know, everything you don't want it to happen. So, you know, we just had to put it right through there. He was looking on the internet, and that's where everyone else was putting their wires through for the electronic mirrors. Had to put a new blower motor in. We got the AC working. AC actually works on here now. You know, you gotta have AC. And yeah, you can see I'll go turn the flashies on. We're still working on the dash here. You probably saw that the dash panel, this panel here wasn't on. There's a light right there that is actually burnt out. Actually, no, it's not there. Where in the devil is it? I don't know where it is. Here, somewhere. That light is laying here somewhere. in this mess. The light though they need to replace. That's why you didn't put this panel on. But we're working at that. But up here are the lights. Beacon, I think, is the light bar. They'll be back here on the wrecker body. Flash is what they're hooked up to. Work up, I'm not sure what that is. Work down, I'm not sure what that is either. PTO is, well, there's the PTO switch. They put it down there. It's where it's supposed to be. So he hooked the modes up, because some lights in the front actually have different modes that you can use. So he hooked them up to the PTO switch up here. But flash is what does the flashy lights. So you can see already flashing. Go out there and look at them. Jeez, they're bright. They should work. You can see that the modes aren't exactly the same. See, that one and that one are the same. That one and that one are different. Perfect. That's not ideal, but oh well. We'll turn them off so we don't drain the battery. This is batteries. I'm not messing with the mode button right now, because I'm not. But turn the lights on. That's what it looks like. Normally them all are on, but the reason that we started working on it is because the middle one right there was burnt out. So I decided I'll go up, put another bulb in it, we'll be good to go. Well, that severely backfired. Here at the lights, this one is messed up. That bulb in there, try to hold it still here. The bulb shouldn't move around like that. So that's gonna get replaced. We're just modifying these. You can see there's all steps there, like locks. They'd be the locks. You can see here. We're just filing them off so they'll fit. They won't lock into place, but hopefully they'll stay. But this is why we had the headliner down, because previous owner or whoever had it before we got it, or before the guy that we got it from had it. You know, they professionally fixed it. So they had, of course, they actually had it soldered, but then they had that just bent down like that with 4 layers. That's right, 4 layers of heat shrink on that wire there. That one was good, but this one they soldered it and just wrapped electrical tape around it. So of course that got the water in there, salt water, all that in there, and that just destroyed it. That one was actually just broke off, plain simple broke off. This one, you can see it in there. That little thing is broke off in there. Well, that one's broke off too. Actually, maybe there ain't. That one, that's what it's supposed to look like. You can see that other one's just broke off. All of them are broke off in there except that one. So we're just putting this in here. We were splicing into that one there, and just, you know, doing that. But we gotta cut this one off. So we're just gonna cut this one off and just kind of run the wires all along here to run these lights. About the only thing that we can do because it can't get into the cab. So, you know, we'll fix it the right way. Nope, not at all. But we'll deal with what we got. He's also gonna pick up stainless steel screw bolts for the visor all along there, because they're steel and, you know, they're gonna get bad. So that's what we're doing with here. We're putting all different plugs on. Like I said, we're putting these plugs on, cutting that plug off, cutting that end off. We'll splice these in there and do our thing. This is what some of the screws look like. Bolts, screws, whatever you want to call it. They're steel and just falling apart. So guys, if you know of anything that will clean these lenses up good, nice, get them fairly clear, comment down below, because I wouldn't mind getting these cleaned up to kind of match that. I mean, they're not going to get that clean, but it'd be nice to get them unfaded, get them clean again. Of course, they probably ain't going to last forever with just polishing them or whatever you got to do, but it'll make it look a little nicer for a little longer. And then go over here to the wrecker body. Actually got pretty good. Not perfect because it was all wrecker body. It's dented up and stuff, but it got pretty smooth. I had this so smooth that the sander actually sucked fast to the top here like a suction cup. Yeah, I had a little, very slightly too smooth, so I had to take some 220 grit over it, roughen it up, get the shine off of it. But we got that taken care of and painted it. This is white. I'm not sure what color exactly it is, but we're gonna have little round LED lights in here. These control handles are actually over here. This will give you kind of an idea how this wrecker body did look. It was pretty bad. Some of these are bent, so we're gonna probably make new ones of them. But they'll go in there. When Dad gets home from work, we're gonna be running the wire brush over here, over all this and here, and getting this undercoated. That should make this look a little better. It'll last a lot longer. It'll be protected. So, yeah. And we'll just have the hook onto the top there with the forklift. Forklift will raise it up. We can walk under it, do our thing. You can see it's dirty already, but this is just silver. These are just sitting here. But yeah, you can see it's pitted. This wrecker body was awful to try to get ready. I actually had to put Bondo over here and get some of these pits. I mean, you see a lot of the pits yet, but this is a lot better than what it would look like. Right here, believe it or not, right here, put the level on it, or the square on it from here to here. From there, all this in here could use literally a 1/4 inch of Bondo. Well, ain't doing that, so there's just gonna be a slight dip, but you honestly cannot even tell. You can't, I mean, you kinda can tell right there, but who's gonna care? It's a wrecker body. It's gonna get scratched up, dented up. Yeah. Bunch of Bondo along here. There was a bunch of Bondo already on it, so we just had to put Bondo on to kind of blend it in. It used to be a lip here that the side would come up, bend over, and go down. And this was all rusted out. Diamond plate was all rusted out. I'll show you this laying outside there. So we got a new piece and just cut it, welded it in. It's not perfect looking, but who's gonna care? We sure don't. Just a wrecker body. It's not brand new, that's for sure. It's never gonna be brand new. You can do all the work you want to do to it, but it's not gonna be new. It's never gonna look new. These are compartments, obviously. Sprayed cheap paint in here because these are gonna get scuffed up. It's still kind of sticky a little. Outside's not. This is actual automotive paint, expensive automotive paint. On the outside, this is just like magic paint. Like, brand is actually magic paint, so mix that up. That was awful to try to do. You can see, we thought we had it all cleaned out, but there was a bunch of dirt laying in there, on the top, because we didn't know there was a lip in there. And as soon as you started spraying, it all blew out and landed in the fresh paint. This one's not as bad, but all along there. Just to let you know, from like here, down, all this, up from the sides, in here, like up, yeah, about 4 inches up. That is all undercoated. Got undercoating in there. So these compartments should last a little longer. There was a patch job there, and yeah, it's all undercoating across there. A little bit on the sides. Every other spot there's some undercoating, but all across there it is all painted. But this will look a lot nicer. Front, there are lights that go in here. This is where the light bar tower will go. You can see the bolts, or the holes are kind of still pulled up a little. You can kind of see. Took the hammers on and kind of got them a lot better. They were pretty bad. This one was actually cracked. You can still kind of see where it's cracked. So I took the grinder to that. My dad welded that. Like I said, there's gonna be lights on here. One light, a white light here for the controls, so you can see what you're doing there. And in here are all the doors and stuff. I hit the light. So here it is. So these are the fender flares. This one is a good fender flare. It actually got really shiny, real nice. This one, my dad had to repair with their fiberglass, so we had to repair with fiberglass resin. Can you tell where it has been repaired? Just so I thought, you can't. So right here is actually where it has been repaired. It was all cracked from here to here. Somewhere like there. It was all broken. It was actually cracked, so my dad had to cut the bad stuff out. So we took the fiberglass resin and stuff and fixed that. Bondo over it, got that real smooth. Actually turned out really, really nice. You honestly can't even tell that it has been repaired. A little bit there, but like I said, he's gonna care. I put these back in last night. Painted these. These doors are not permanent. They are not permanent. There are... This is actually the good door. Wow. You really got quite a few runs there. But... yeah, they're pretty bad. This is one of the good doors. Yeah, this is one of the good doors. Make out real good. Put the handles in, like I said. This is the worst door. These doors are not permanent. My dad is going to be making aluminum doors, aluminum diamond plate doors to replace these, but for now, we're running out of time, so we'll just kind of put a little bit of Bondo here because there's a bunch of pinholes in. A little bit of Bondo there, and clean them up, sprayed paint on them. They're never going to look nice. I gotta get them to look nice. This one's getting bad. Here's, not sure what this is. Lines up perfectly with that hole up there. So, not sure what might have did that, but we didn't clean it off yet because it's fairly new paint. But you can't even tell we're put Bondo on this. This stuff came from New York, so you know, if you live in New York, you know it was pretty bad. Originally, I think it originally came from New Jersey. But if he would have had this wrecker for another year up there in New York, it would have got beyond fixable. So we called it in time. These are all going to be lights on along here. The light bar will be up here. I'm putting red lights here. They'll be hooked up to clearance lights. Lights down here. But there's Bondo in here because it was pretty pitted, so we had to get some of the pits cleaned up. Cleaned up pretty good. We're happy with how it turned out. That's just some of the stuff that we actually forgot to, paint. Perfect. So that's that. So now we'll run out and before we do that, my dad actually made new light brackets for in here, light mounts, because they were awful. They're outside laying in a pile of bad stuff that we cut off of here. So cut out and welded the new pieces in. So these are the light mounts I just showed you, the old ones. It was all bent and broken. Bed liner. The whole wrecker bed was actually coated in bed liner. That was a bear to get off. That was terrible. These are the wheel lift bar storage mount things, whatever you want to call them. It's what the wheel lift bars slide into store them. So, made new ones of them. They're hanging. Well, they're lying in there somewhere. But these were pretty bad. This is kind of how the whole wrecker body was. It was bad. This is a piece I showed you that we cut out. And you can see how bad it was getting. But he actually cut. The bad part that was actually completely rotted out is not on here. I think he could just cut it off. Actually, you can see right there where he didn't cut it and where he did cut it. That's where it was rotted. Perfect. Yeah, so there's your update for the wrecker. Next project coming in here is my 86 F-150. That's gonna be an exciting series coming up here soon. It's got a lot of work ahead of us for that project, and I ain't kidding. So yeah, so that is the next project coming in here. Get this wrecker out of here, truck comes in. That's gonna be exciting for you guys, anyhow. But that's a big project. It's gonna take a while, but when it comes to fixing stuff up like this, doing body work and stuff, we don't cut corners. We do it right, or it's not getting done at all. I mean, we put a lot of Bondo in here, but that's because we didn't really have a choice with all the Bondo that they already had on here. So stuff like that we try not to do. No offense, Bondo Billy. but we try to stay away from using as much Bondo as possible. But pits and stuff like that, we just use them because who wants to have something with a bunch of pits on the new paint? Because you know, with new paint, it's really gonna show. So yeah, you just take Bondo in there, real thin, sand off what is on the excess metal, and just leave the only Bondo. Really, the only Bondo that we left on the pits is the Bondo that's actually in the pits. Everything else got sanded off. But yeah, we really did a lot of work to this, the truck, to the doors, to the wrecker body. We really did a lot of work to it in the last 4 days. My dad took off Friday, and we just busted away at it. And I mean, we're literally a week behind. We got it painted this past weekend. We wanted to have it painted the weekend before because we got something else that we're trying to get this done so we can go get. I'm not gonna tell you about that right now. You'll just have to wait until you see it. I'm not sure which video that'll be, but you'll have to wait until you see it. But till then, you're just gonna have to wait. So yeah. So sorry I haven't had many videos lately. I kind of slowed down. I was posting a lot of videos there for a while, and I just decided to slow down and just post once a week. Try to post once a week because it just gets to be too much for you guys and for me, because I make all the videos, post them, then I don't have anything to film. So if I just spread it out to once a week, then I can try to keep constant videos going. But yeah, so you can see we've been pretty busy. I'm still getting videos out to y'all. And if you missed the live that I had just this afternoon, you missed out. But I do plan on doing more live videos more often. Maybe like once a week, once every other week. But I do want to start doing more lives. Just answer any questions or anything that you guys might have. And kind of just updates. So please hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below, and also please share the videos. That also helps a lot with the algorithm. The channel won't start getting more popular without the algorithm. So we need the algorithm. What the algorithm does is recommends my videos to more and more people and just helps my channel grow. So I won't be able to bring you guys real good content until we meet the algorithm and get the algorithm working and start getting some income on the channel. Right now it's just me. I help my brother every now and then, but I don't really have an income right now. So that's why you see when I'm doing projects and stuff that I do cut corners. But right now I do have money saved to get my truck done. I'm doing my truck the right way, not cutting corners. So yeah. So, and that's gonna be it for this video. We'll see you next time.